Hi, I'm Arden Kaywin, and welcome to the Pro Singer Success Collective. Today, we're going to be talking about tools to jumpstart your singing in 2024. Hey, everybody. Happy New Year. Hope you had an incredible holiday full of festivities with your family, your friends. Hope you got some rest and relaxation in. And so now here we are at the start of a brand new year. And for the next few weeks in the Pro Singer Success Collective here, we're going to be focusing on the tools that you need to jumpstart your singing in 2024 so that you start strong. And so here we are. It is a new year. And I know that you're full of energy and ideas to really create that success and achieve that success that you really want in your singing career this year. And so you're all excited. You're excited about the things you're going to do. You're excited about how you're going to star, what you're going to do, how you're going to play. And then the fear starts to set in. And that little voice starts naysaying you about all the reasons you can't or shouldn't, which creates inertia. It creates paralysis. And that's the voice of your fear, that naysaying voice. That's the voice of your fear, not your truth, not your power. But boy, can it get in there and it gets loud. And guys, what it's really good at, what it is an expert at, is creating excuses that, in the end, prevent you from forward motion. So today, I want to talk about the number one thing that you need to do to get moving so you can achieve everything you want in your singing career this year in 2024. And it is this: stop making excuses for why you are not where you want to be. So excuses, they point the finger. But see, you ever heard this? If you have one finger pointing out, then there's four other ones that are pointing right back at you. But when you're making excuses, you don't see that, and you are not empowered to take action. And the most insidious thing, guys, about excuses is that they prevent you from taking action. And so you're only going to get where you want to go by taking inspired action. So that's why the very, very first thing to do is do not go into 2024 with any more excuses. If you are not happy with the level that you are singing at or the level that your singing career is at, then stop making excuses and do something about it. So today, I want to look at the two most common excuses that I hear after 25 years of doing this work, saving singers' voices, saving singers' careers. The two most common excuses that are absolutely certain to paralyze you if you buy into them and you let them be the boss of you. And so we're just going to annihilate this like right here. Okay. So the first excuse that I hear all the time is, I don't have the money. I don't have the money to hire a producer, get studio time, make a pro recording, travel for auditions, work with an expert teacher on a regular basis, do the training program that I know I need to do, right? Like, how many of you feel like you'd be so much further along, so much more successful if you just had the money to invest in yourself? So let me see a show of hands. Come on, own up to it in the comments. Do you relate? Come on, it's the first of the year. If you're going to go into this year more powerfully, then you got to shift the beliefs that are causing the actions that are keeping you sabotaged and on the bench. So, how many of you tell yourself that story? I'd be so much further along if I had more money. Okay, do you relate? Is that you? Like, if I only had the money to take lessons regularly or pay for studio time or I don't know, hire that awesome producer, then I'd be where I want to go. So whatever it is, guys, here's the thing. I don't care if you don't have the money right now, because at the end of the day, that is just an excuse. And I'll tell you why in a second. What I really want to know is, Are you sick and tired of being where you are with your singing in your career? And are you ready to get where you want to go? If you are, and that's really true, then there is always a way for the committed. Always. It is never about resources, and it is always about resourcefulness. So if you're committed enough to get resourceful, then you will find a way to do the things that you need to do to improve your singing, move your career to that next level, and succeed. So I don't have the money is just an excuse, which is being run by your fear. And it's the fear of, what if I get resourceful and I really put the pedal to the metal and I find the money and I invest in myself and it doesn't work out? Okay. I don't have the money is just an excuse run by your fear of, what if it doesn't work? And that's a very real fear. It's a very real and common fear. And so that's why I always talk about taking inspired action. Spending money just on any action to feel like you're moving forward is not going to move the needle to get you where you want to go. But if you want to be a great singer, a great performer, if you want to be able to make that impact, if you need to learn how to go from good to great, to break through the competition, get those gigs, get those opportunities that bring a sustainable singing career, if you want to have any chance at all of being world class and making an impact, then you have got to invest in yourself in an aligned way. That's how you give yourself the best possible shot. I know you're looking for certainty and you don't want to invest unless you have a guarantee. There are no guarantees except for one. If you don't change the way you're approaching things, I can guarantee you, you will stay where you are. If you don't shift your ability to make a greater impact with your voice, if you don't address the technique issues or the stage fright or whatever it is that's stopping you, I can guarantee that you will stay where you are. That I can guarantee you. But without that investment, you're not even giving yourself a shot. And so if we're talking about not just investing willy-nilly, we're talking about taking inspired action. That's how you get yourself the best possible shot. Not just throwing money and investing willy-nilly. Do your research, your due diligence into who you're going to work with, what you're doing, whether it's a teacher, a producer, someone to direct a music video, if it's a training program, whatever it is, search out the best collaborator, the best people, the best things that feel the most aligned to you in terms of your vision, and then do whatever it is you need to do to work with them. And that's where the resourcefulness comes in. Guys, in my experience, I don't have the money is just an excuse for people who are not committed. Or maybe they are committed, but they're just scared to get resourceful because what if I get resourceful? I find the money and I invest in myself and it doesn't work. And it's true. Like, let's be real here. You can get resourceful and you can put yourself out there and you still may not succeed in the way that you want. There are no guarantees in this business except for one. If you do not get resourceful, if you do not invest in the things that you need to do to move the needle, you will stay where you are and you will never have what you want. Like I said before, that I can absolutely guarantee. So, no more excuses. I don't have the money is not an excuse anymore. Go get resourceful. Go find the money. I invite you to borrow one of my beliefs, which is just money. I can always go out and make more. But if I don't have that belief, then I'm not going to do the things that would enable me to do that. I'm not going to go ask people who might invest in me. I'm not going to go look up loans or financing or whatever. I'm not going to go get a side hustle. I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys, I don't have the money is not an excuse anymore. Go get resourceful. Now, the second excuse I hear all the time is the industry is corrupt. It is totally rigged. It has nothing to do with talent. It's all about who you know. It's a total boys club. Okay. And I get it. It is a tough industry to break into and be successful in. There are so many artists out there who have so much talent, who have been beaten down by this industry. But What if there were a way to sing and perform that lets you rise above all that? You guys, I know from my own experience and from over 20 years of helping save singers' careers and voices, there are many, many ways that we get in our own way that we are unaware of. And traditional training and traditional programs, they don't even begin to address it. And so when singers get in touch with that and they peel back the layers and realize there are ways that they have been thinking and singing that they're not even aware of that have actually been holding them back from blooming, regardless of what the industry thinks, regardless of what feels impossible, then all of a sudden that becomes possible. And it has nothing to do with the industry, nothing. Connecting to people and making an impact with your voice, with your music, it has never been easier to do outside of the industry than it is right now. Singers, guys, that I work with every single day are doing it. You don't need a major label anymore. You can book gigs in your backyard and bring in $500 to $1,000 doing it. I got singers who are, our singer Amy, she just booked 14 gigs in 10 days, okay? And she's not on a major label. She doesn't have any network or any in. So guys, singers that we work with are doing this all the time. And it's really easy to point fingers and to blame a corrupt industry, which you guys, I totally agree. It's messed up and it is corrupt in many ways. But the huge tragedy and what breaks my heart is when talented singers, they throw up their hands and they just blame the corrupt industry. And when they do that, they miss a giant opportunity to empower themselves and look at what they could be doing differently that might move the needle on having the voice and the career they want despite the industry. So they give up. Because why would a singer ever do the hard work to get where they want to go if the game is rigged? They won't, and they don't. And so they give up. And then the world misses out on their gifts. They miss out on a life of living their passion and their purpose. And then they live the rest of their life bitter, jaded, resentful, because they're not doing what they know they were put on this planet to do. And all because they bought into an excuse that prevented them from taking action to get what they wanted. Guys, a corrupt industry is just not an excuse anymore for not living your dream, because at this point, there are just too many ways to do it outside of the traditional industry. But you need to have a rock solid foundation in your vocal technique, in your artistry, and most important, in your mindset to do that. But the problem is, most singers, they don't realize where the weak links in this foundation are. They don't have the right kind of support that they need to address this foundation, and they feel very alone in trying to figure all this out on their own. And so that's why I do what I do. This is why I'm here shouting from the rooftops all the time on YouTube and Facebook, because no talented singer, none of you, should ever have to go one more day feeling like they're doing everything they can to make this dream and this future and this career happen, and feel like they are constantly coming up short, constantly getting rejected, never getting where they want to go, falling into every pothole, walking into every wall, and feeling like crap. That's why talented singers give up. But there is a way out of the stuck. That's what I'm an expert at. Ask any of the singers who are now thriving. This is what we're the best in the world at. I don't play the false humility game. We are the best at getting singers unstuck so that they have the best possible foundation for their technique and their artistry and their mindset so they can go out there and thrive. So stop with all of the excuses and take a look at what you really want and do whatever you need to do to get there. And if you'd like some clarity and some support on what's stopping you from having the sound and the career and the life you want, if you want some support on how to get out of the stuck, on ways to get resourceful, then I encourage you to book a call with me. And so it's the first week of the year, guys. Here we are, January 2024. Why not start by lighting a firecracker under your butt to propel you into inspired action? And so if you want our help to do that, book a call with me. We're going to get on the phone for about 45 minutes to an hour, and we're going to discuss what's working and what's not working in your singing life. We're going to get clarity on what you want and where you want to go and what's been preventing you from getting there. And if I think that we can help, I will 100% show you what that looks like. And if not, then I'll steer you to something or someone that I think can. So you guys, it's 2024. We are 4 years into the 2020s. Do not waste another year, or God forbid, another 4 years. Book a call with me and let's get you moving with a strategy and the support that works. And so if you're watching on YouTube, you can click the link in the end card of this to book a call. If you're watching on Facebook, you can find the link in the post copy or in the chat. Don't waste any more time. Quit playing games with your future and let's get these problems sorted so that 2024 becomes the year that you move the needle, you get on stage, and you have a real career to be proud of by this time next year. Hey guys, thanks for tuning into today's episode. If you want to subscribe, click the link right over there that says subscribe. And if you want to book a breakthrough session with me, which you absolutely should do, then click the link right over here that says book a call to schedule an appointment to speak with us. I'll see you on the next episode.